Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, and we know when it comes to meditation, the one of the most important meditation technique is breathing meditation, contemplating inhalation, exhalation, anapanasati bhavana. So when we do anapanasati, when we contemplating inhalation, exhalation, so it is very important to recognize the method, the mechanism of the technique of the meditation, because you do it yourself. And the mostly sometimes people have some difficulties recognizing the sensation. So when it comes to recognize the sensation, there are few techniques that you have to use, and there are few methods you have to use to get into that sensation, because once you have the sensation, and this become very easy. So remember, when it comes to meditation, the sensation already it is there. So there is no that you're going to find it or you're going to create it in a new way. It's already there. But the thing is, sometimes our mind is not sharp, clear to recognize it. So for that's why it is important to how you can find the recognition so itself. So for that, in the very first thing that you have to have the bodily posture. So the way you keep your body. So then remember, always your upper body need to be straight. If you can sit on the floor, like crossing your legs, Sukhasana or Padmasana or Vajrasana. So like that, whatever the posture, if you sit on the floor, and don't try to stretch your legs and sit. It doesn't work for this meditation technique. So, and sometimes people argue why the posture is important, because it is necessary. And if you drive, when you drive, the very first thing you do, that if you are a driver, you know, when you get into a new vehicle, car, even your own, the very first thing you adjust your seat. And why? Because according to that visibility and the way you can handle your body and the strength you can apply to brake and the gasoline, so this everything going to change according to the distance and the posture that you hold. So the same thing happening to us also in day-to-day life. When you sit for meditation, to get into the sensation, the way you hold your posture going to be important. And other thing is that remember the way you keep your head. And sometimes that some people don't want to change, they don't think about the posture, the head. So sometimes they keep on the head down or head up, and they follow the comfort. And that comfort itself is need, but at the same time, to get into the awareness, our purpose is not find the comfort. Our purpose is finding the sensation. So they're two different things. Remember in the beginning, when you come to meditation, the very first thing is not finding the comfort. But in day-to-day life, we mostly, wherever you go, so that's the one mistake mostly the people does, the beginners does. Wherever we go, even there are some people practice meditation 10 years, 20 years, but wherever they go, the very first thing they does is that looking for their comfort. And if they cannot have that comfort little bit, and then what is happening, they get disappointed. So then yourself remember, so there's a flyer that's, and so it's okay. So remember, your purpose should be getting to the the sensation. Don't focus to the comfort. So once you recognize that your purpose is recognizing sensation, that is where you're going to see that. But the very important thing you have to understand, when your comfort become the first reason, even little bit you lose that comfort, you lose the sensation, because you're not going to see it. So then when you sit for meditation, especially for this breathing meditation, remember the first reason, get into the sensation. So look for the sensation, don't look for the comfort. And when it comes to that, today I'm going to teach you certain breathing exercise. So this in the yoga meditation, there are pranayama meditation techniques. So this is not a meditation. This is a kind of like a purify the breathing path, and that will help you to slowly, for your body and your mind, that will help you to slowly that get into the sensation, and itself your body start to become more comfortable and recognize the path of the inhalation exercise, because it is already there. It's already there. It's like the stream, that the river, maybe even the river, the dry, when the rain comes, when the rain falls, the water itself start to recognize that old stream. The same thing. The here already, remember the sensation, the breathing path already inside you. But the thing is not the inside organs sometimes block because of the weather, because of the food you eat, because of the thought patterns, and so because of in day-to-day activities, sometimes these things that get effect. And because of that, deeply, your breathing path is not clear. When your breathing path is not clear, it affects for your mind. It affects for your sharpness or the clarity. So today we're going in the beginning, we're going to clear the path of this breathing, and then slowly we're going to practice the meditation. Remember, these two different things, sometimes people misunderstand. Two different, this is an exercise. And after that, we're going to go to the meditation. So this is not meditation. You can use it as a different kind of meditation, but this is not a meditation. This is what we use this. We use this to clear our breathing path. And then we go to breathing meditation. So when it comes to Anapanasati, in the Anapanasati, there is no inhale or exhale. You completely allow it to happen itself. So that is the one thing you have to remember. But here in the pranayama, we deeply breathe out. So that is where deeply the Buddha's teaching, the self and this self-centered mind and no self separate because of deeper this practice. So one day we have to talk about it. It's a very interesting, and then you will understand how where the deeply these two schools start to separate, how the Buddha himself and separated from this all the the other traditions, because the breathing hold the self. People used to believe that. So in the deeper practice of this pranayama, and the people used to get into develop the self, me, because I hold the breath, I do the breathing. So what the Buddha did, he released it, the holding part of the self, and start to observe how it happening. See, one school start to develop it and start to take the authority, and I do this, and the Buddha himself release it and observe and recognize how it is happening. It is that is the baseline, the beginning point of separation, self and non-self. So that's why now today we're going to play in the middle of this both. So that's why we have to be a little bit careful from the beginning, because if you're not clear, but you don't need to afraid for that, because you know now, that now we know from where it came and how it happened. So that's why I'm trying to explain it. So you don't need to be careful, but afraid, but at the same time you have to be clear. So that is the point, because once you know from where the self and the non-self start and how it develop, and how this made breathing, the technique, the breathing itself going to take us to that clarity, that itself, then you will see that how you can develop the practice inside. So when it comes to the pranayama, there are many pranayama methods according to their traditions and schools. But today we're going to use this technique to clear ourselves. When you practice meditation, it helps for you uh, to go deeper to clarity with your practice. So bring your hand like this and keep your back straight and your shoulder relaxed. So don't move your shoulder backward, elbow backward, and don't bring your elbow forward. And keep it in, straight to your shoulder, your elbow. The reason is, remember, when you move backward or forward, deeper inside your muscles start to change the lungs and your spine and the lungs, and according to that, the capacity you take with your breathing, then the way that you hold the spine going to change. Okay, so that's why keep it straight and slowly little bit bend down. Don't hold it up. Bend down, and there is a place according to person, that you feel more comfortable. Some people feel comfortable, so somehow you should not feel any pressure inside these muscles. Okay, so you keep your thumb, you take the right hand like this, and you keep close your thumb like this and close your right nostril. Okay, and for some people I heard that when you watch this video and you come in it flip the side. So anyway, start with your right, and then slowly you close your right nostril. And then remember, don't move your head. Be careful with the spine and the head. And then slowly breathing through your left nostril, slowly. And breathe out through left. We cleaning the left side of the nose. Okay, breathing. Breathe out. Remember, slowly, gently. Don't be hurry. Okay, just relax. Breathing. Breathe out. Okay, we do 3 times. Okay, then from here you change the other side. Okay, so remember the change. Here you don't do this. Okay, so we have to respect to the tradition also. We cannot do weird things. We stay in the culture, but we reproduce the culture. Okay, so from here, and then you bring this little finger and move your elbow down and close your left. So remember the transition happen from here, close. Okay, and so don't move your head, just keep your spine straight, and then deeply breathing through your right. Now your right nostril open, breathing through your right. And breathe out. Breathing. Breathe out. Breathing. Slowly, gently, deeply breathing. Breathe out. Okay. So then, second step. Okay, from here. So first we did close one side and one side breathing, breathe out. Other side breathing, breathe out. Now we breathing from right, left. Slowly, deeply, gently breathing. Close your left and then open the right. Breathe out. And breathing from that side and close that side and open the other side. Breathe out. And breathing from that side and close that side, open other side, breathe out. And breathing from that side and close it and open the opposite and breathe out. Okay. So then there is a technique, and I'm going to, so you remember to keep the hand like this. Okay? Take the hand like this. Okay, now you breathing from here. And from here, you close the other side, breathe out. And breathing from that side. And close and open the other side. Breathe out. Okay, now, okay, just look. You open this both like this. And then you deeply breathing, relax, deeply breathing. And close your nostril completely close. And then your index finger, when you keep it right, it's all directly go to this third eye place. Okay, it's nothing to do with the eye. It is not another eye that going to pop up and going to see something. It's not. The thing is our whole nerve system. There's a place that everything come and interconnected. It's like a big junction. Okay, that's the only thing. So you hold it and then, so like this, you deeply breathing and close your nostril and then keep your index finger here. And then you move it to right to left, left to right. hold your breath 3 times. And then once you're done, release it, breathe out. Breathe in, hold it and close it. And then right to let's move your index finger here 3 times and then reverse 3 times. And relax. And again, keep it and move 3 times and 3 times. And relax. And then you do it 3 times. And then the fourth one, you keep it and move up and down. And relax. Do it 3 times slowly. So you can practice it little by little. Okay? So what it does, it's not a magic. Okay, these are not kind of like uh, any secret. This allow your body to function properly. Your breathing, your nerve system activate. It's like a pressure, acupressure. So when you practice meditation sometimes, in according to your lifestyle, in day-to-day things, and especially for beginners, sometimes you need to get into the position and you have to have a comfortable that environment yourself when you sit. So these kind of techniques from the ancient time, and people used to get into the breathing meditation. So once you've done that, then we can this whole exercise. Okay? It's nothing to do with breathing. Remember the exercise, the meditation. Just remember, this all help for some people, not for everyone. This help for some, but yourself try. If you want to get into meditation, if you going to get into to go deeper, if you think one day you want to learn this meditation properly for your life, and you can try it, and it work. So now we're going to practice the anapanasati, contemplating inhalation, exhalation. Your right palm on your left. So it has a necessary protocol. You have to follow it. You cannot change it. And according to Anapanasati Sutta, once you come to the meditation, it's not an exercise. You just have to follow the necessary protocol. Remember that. Your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So scan head to toes yourself. And in the beginning, relax your body, relax your breathing, and relax your mind. And in the beginning, you can say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy. Observe your body head to toes 3 times. So now bring attention in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And have attention towards inhalation, exhalation, and recognize the sensation. Rising and falling. Recognize separately through the sensation, not by visualizing, not by doing anything, not holding your breathing. Just allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. Don't move your body. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Stay with the sensation, recognizing this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Always remember, get it through sensation. So bring it time to time, see how your body and the condition of the mind. Some inhalation come through right nostril or left nostril. Sometimes you don't feel anything, you don't see anything. But keep your attention and try to get into the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Recognize this is the beginning, the middle, and end. Each and every inhalation, exhalation different. Some become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. So just let it be, learn to accept. So bring your attention to this moment. Appreciate yourself. You have this moment. This is your life. This moment is your life, not the past or the future. You are so fortunate, you are so lucky, you are so blessed to have this moment. In the morning, when you wake up, you had strength to come out of your bed and go to your bathroom and do your cleaning. You have strength to drink a cup of tea or coffee, have a meal yourself. You can do your necessary things by yourself. You have strength. You can see, hear, smell, taste. You have the sensation. You have understanding. This is blessing. Appreciate it rather than complaining. You have a roof above your head. You have people around you to love or to hate. that both blessings. You have people around you to share your life. When it comes to sharing, giving and taking, both included. So sometimes you can give your life to them, sometimes you have to take their life. So both necessary. Appreciate it. It's a blessing. There are a lot of people in this very moment, they lose that everything. They end that everything. Struggling with death, fighting with life, have fear, anxiety, depression, go through helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. So appreciate yourself and share this moment with them as paying gratitude to your life. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony within themselves. Not only them, share this moment, share your heart with your loved ones, your dear near ones, your beloved parents, husband, wives, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, your neighbors, village, city, state, country, people, all living beings in this world and universe. And as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself like this. Mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, practicing meditation is kind of like a method we purify ourselves, and it is of always your choice. And you have to remember what you really want in this life, and what is your goal, what is your purpose living in this life. When you have a purpose, and according to that purpose, and you have to find a path to go. So we cannot tell everyone that your path should be Nibbana or your enlightenment. There are people come for different reasons. Another thing is, remember, the one thing we have to understand, that we cannot overtake anyone's will. We cannot, maybe we have a will. So we have a path ourselves, and we think it is right. And at the same time, each and everyone have a path and the will according to their own way. And maybe we come to a position and tell, hey, I am right and you are wrong. And sometimes when the majority come to a right position, and we say that is right, but that doesn't mean the other people, whoever, and rejected that idea is wrong. So how we know then the majority is, even though that the more people like something, that doesn't mean it's going to be right. But ourselves in day-to-day life, when we come to a position, when we come to a point, and sometimes we always try to change other people and try to push other people and judge other people, argue with other people. But remember, the very first thing that you have to do, no matter whatever other people believe, you have to accept it. It is a big decision, not easy. Yourself, look, that we all like to have our own, way. And once you have it, and give that to other people also. And yeah, sometimes from the, in the bigger picture, you can say, oh, this is wrong, it is bad, so like that. But the very first thing, to even you have an idea to change that. If you have an idea to correct them, help them, the very first thing that you have to do, not to reject them from the beginning, accept them. And once you accept it, it's like you allow them to come in and they feel comfortable with you. And once they become comfortable, they're going to listen to you. And that is where you can slowly give your understanding and share what you have. And then they have a choice. But one of the biggest mistake in day-to-day life, most of time what we does, when we are come to a position, when we come to an idea, right away we reject others. Right away we say, oh, this person wrong, this person bad, like that. Things happen not because of one reason. Things happen because of many reasons. So then yourself always remember that the very first thing that you have to do, when you have a purpose yourself, and the same way, try to respect to others also. And that is where you need the compassion, that is where you need the loving kindness to accept other people. Reject other people, you don't need anything. So the thing is this, around you, your own people, your husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, if you don't develop art to accept them, if you always develop the resistance, your life going to become so difficult. So then, that's why it is very important for you to develop art to accept them. They are very different. Actually, in the ordinary life, we never see who we are, each other sometimes. We don't see sometimes other person's purpose. Maybe they live together as a husband, wife, till each other die. That the children come through you and they live with you, but you will never understand who is the real inside. So you have seen there are some kings had the child came through and then the child went through against the father and killed the Ajasata and the Sigri Kashyapa. So like that, the child itself went against the father and gave a hard time, helpless. So like that, yourself, sometimes you don't know who is that. But the important thing is you have to understand, learn to accept rather than from the deeper level rejecting. That acceptance make a comfortable situation, environment around you and around them to be with them. And that is where you can slowly start to transform them. And other thing is, once you start to accept itself, it's going to become very comfortable for you. So when that comfort develop yourself little by little, and you have power to change the other or change the environment. Otherwise you suffer. So when it comes to that, there are three qualities that you have to develop. The very first thing is recognize yourself very clearly. So that is very important. Recognize deeply, dig into you and look yourself, be very clear and challenge yourself little by little and recognize, be very clear within yourself. So that is the first thing. And the second one is be mindful, awareness, and always be conscious. That is the greatest tool that we have. I don't want to use the word weapon. No, it is the greatest kind of the tool, the awareness. Because once you have the awareness, you can deal with the karma also. You can change the karma also. When you lose the awareness, you can create many kind of difficulties. So develop that awareness. That's why we practice the meditation. And so another thing is always remember to purify, clean yourself. When it comes to cleaning yourself, you can clean with the water, you can clean with the soap, so the body wash, or you can use that things. But this cleaning is not like that. This cleaning, for that you need people. Use the situation and use the people to clean yourself. So that is one thing in day-to-day life you have to practice. But sometimes we like to use the people to shine. We like to use the people to cheer us. We like to use the people to appreciate us. But it is very rare we use people, the situation, to clean us. So how you can do it? When whatever the difficult situation come with other people, whatever the unbalanced situation come with other people, if you are become conscious, using that conscious, you can change that situation to opposite side. So when the anger arises because of other people, and if you have become conscious, you use that moment to purify yourself, and you use the loving kindness. And in that very moment, you become purified. And the jealousy arises, you use the other person to become more generous, to break down that jealousy that inside you. So that will help you to purify yourself. The greediness arises with the other people, and that greediness you use. When you become conscious, you become generous to purify yourself. So like that, always remember, we develop the purification in the basic level using other people. And that, so when you become more conscious in the basic level, that you will see the whatever the situation come with others, and it help for you. In there is a situation, there is a moment come to you, and you never going to disturb because of other people. And that is the moment you are ready to live in anywhere in the world. But otherwise you get disturbed. Why? Because people have different behavior. You cannot change them. And that then you get mad, you get angry, you get disappointed, you get upset because of the other person's situation. But if you remember that, to recognize that change inside you, effect that inside you, that is consciousness, that is awareness. When you come to that awareness, remember, use that the same current, same situation, same moment, same people to purify yourself. Purify yourself. And that way you will see any difficult situation become opportunity for you. In any hard situation, make you a better person. So that is a way that we have to live, and that is the art that you have to develop inside you. There were two people inside the ICU in a hospital, and one person, it was a one window room, one person next to the window, another patient a little away from the window. So both are critically ill and couldn't move from the bed. So somehow the person who used to be next to the window and start to look around, and he always look around the outside the window, and then the other person little far away from the window and had a conversation every day evening and asking what you see. So this person start to tell, looking over the window, oh, it's beautiful. trees. There's a fountain. There are people sitting next to me. So every day telling beautiful things. The other person got mad regarding this patient next to the window. And he's enjoying this. He having he next to the window, and I am this far away, and this patient inside the room, little by little, get disturbed because of the other person enjoying these things out, looking outside the window. And he had the jealousy, anger, hatred. He was so unhappy, little by little, little by little. And then what happened one day at night? The patient next to the window had a severe cough. And then the other person was listening, and he started to think, and he started to wish the suffer. Why? Because the jealousy arise in him. And then by the morning, the patient who used to be next to the window died. And the doctors came, nurses came and cleaned the body and took away. And that jealousy, that anger, that hatred developed because of that other person enjoy his life. This person felt, it's okay now. And then after a few days, he asked from the nurse, can you move me to that close to the window, that area, because only me in this room. Then I said, yeah, it is okay, you can. And then they move the window, the patient to the window. And then that day, somehow he able to move his body and look over the window. And he just saw only the other building next to the hospital. There was nothing. And then person start to think, what other person told about me? So he never saw anything like that. It was that everything in his mind. When the difficult situations come, and you have to have a mindset to purify yourself with the good things, and not to whatever dragging all the bad situation around you. Even though it is hard, you cannot keep reminding things. So the Dhamma is something. Teaching is something. When you are in a difficult situation, it will help you to purify. So once you know that, little by little, when a difficult situation comes, it will help you to purify yourself and share the moment with others rather than throwing whatever the difficulties to others. And at the same time, there is a very nature in us when we are in a difficult time, when we get sick, when we get mad, that very easily we create the jealousy. Especially when we are physically become weak. The very next thing happen is the jealousy arise, hatred arise. But remember, learn to purify yourself. So little by little, you have to have an idea to purify. So otherwise, it is a kind of like a huge current. It will take us in the samsaric journey, and you will never find an end. So when a situation comes for you, never throw any kind of difficulties to other people. Always try to make other people comfortable. Sometimes it is hard, but when you have intention to do that, you can do it. You are more powerful, you are strong than you think. So try to share yourself the best that you can. And at the same time, when other people start to throw something to you, and learn to accept it. Learn to accept it. So sharing is not just only one way. It's both way, accepting and giving the both. So never have, when other people enjoy their life, never have yourself to allow to raise the jealousy, hatred, or the anger. So it is yourself for a moment to purify and wishing them more happiness, more success. So that way you purify with them. And you will never go from light to darkness. Otherwise, what will happen? You always, when other people enjoy, if you get mad, angry, it's like you go from light to darkness. Never allow it to happen. So this purification with the people, use other people to purify yourself. If you are in a dark, if you are in a difficulty, get into the light, wishing them always the good, happiness, success. So you have to think about it. You have to have the strength to do that. Every day, in every way, you have to do it. So that way, in this very life, you have opportunity to uplift yourself. So remember then, purify always. And the one thing is, and have a purpose yourself, that be very clear with it. Another one is to be conscious, be aware regarding the situation and especially within your. Another thing is, remember to purify yourself, purify yourself. And everything you will see, things going to change. Once you have the idea, it is my decision to purify myself using this all, you're going to see it completely going to change the environment, change the situation. So it is you to try. So with this, I wish upon everyone, by this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day. There were two people inside.